Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Comrades. Comrades, thank you, sir.
Bafundi, hlale phansi kuyaqalwa.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Siyabonga kakhulu. Students. Thank you very much. Can we
Silindeni na. Aw Jesu.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, students, colleagues, siyabonga kakhulu. Ngicela ukuthi sihloniphe umcimbi wanamhlanje ngokuthi sithobele iprogram. Thank you very much. I know we all comrades la but ngiyacela ukuthi sithobele umthetho we-program. I know ukuthi we are excited. We are inaugurating the Thank you very much. Siyabonga kakhulu. Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, we're gonna be starting our program. Just now, nginesicelo ngampela ukuthi sihloniphe i-program. I know ukuthi there's so much excitement in the hall, and I would like ukuthi sizithobe nje for the moment your program, and then we can continue with our celebrations later on. To start the program, I would like us to allow the processions to enter the hall. I'm sure they are ready to do so. And to do that, I would like us to stand, please, as the choir sing while the procession enters the hall. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, as you stand and the procession enters the hall. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades, students, please, can we please have respect for the program? I know that everybody is excited, and it's good to be excited. It's a momentous occasion, but let us allow the procession to enter the hall, please. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Comrades, students. Can we have some order, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. Thank you to the choir, and may you take a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, sanibonani. Igama lami nginguphumzile ngwakaXulu, and I would like to welcome you to the 2022-2023 Student Representative Council Inauguration. Before we start, ladies and gentlemen, bengathanda ukuthi ngiqale ngi-acknowledge our Chancellor, Ms. Nyembezi, who is not here with us in absentia, our Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Mtembu. Thank you very much. And I would like to acknowledge our DVCs, DVC of Teaching and Learning, Interim or Acting, Professor Singh, DVC Pupils in Operation, Dr. Mtetwa, DVC RIE, Acting, Professor Mtaung, our executive deans, the academic staff, the administrative staff, and all staff supporting our students, the incoming SRC members, the outgoing SRC members, our invited guests that are with us this morning or afternoon, and each and every one of you here, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you. We're going to get into our program, and to do the welcoming, the opening and the welcoming address, I would like to call the Dean of Students, Dr. Clement Moreku, to come and address us. Thank you.
Thank you, Program Director. A special word of welcome to the Vice Chancellor and Principal, Prof. Thandwa Mtembu, DVCs, Dr. Mtetwa, Professor Singh, our executive deans of faculties, our institutional registrar, Dr. Nkunwani, members of the Executive Management Committee present, colleagues from academia and support services, the outgoing and the incoming SRC, the university choir, students, and ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you all to this, the inauguration of the 2022-2023 DUT SRC. The SRC exists as per the prescripts of the Higher Education Act and Section 35 of the Higher Education Act number 101 of 1997 as amended, compels all institutions of public higher education in South Africa to have student representative councils as part of their governing structures. It is for this reason that annually we ensure that the SRC is democratically elected as a critical structure that represents the voice of the students in decision making. Apart from the Higher Education Act, institutionally, we have the University Statute and the SRC Constitution and other related policies that regulate how the SRC operates. As students, the SRC members are also subjected to the Student Code of Conduct and the DUT lived values as per our vision in Vision 2030. The involvement and participation of the SRC in institutional governance structures gives life and expression to the democratic tenets of accountability, transparency, and cooperative governance. The integral element of the statutory role of the SRC, as per the Higher Education Act, is consultation, and management, as per the statutes and council, manages the institution. The fact that the SRC serves at council level ensures that the student's voice is represented in all decision-making at DUT. As I conclude, I would like to wish the outgoing SRC well as they pursue their further studies and continue to contribute constructively in creating the great DUT we all aspire for. We thank you for the important role you played during your tenure in furthering the philosophy of DUT as an engaged university. To the incoming SRC, if you serve the students with kindness and availability, and approach all your exchanges with staff and students with esteem, respect, and goodwill, you will be on your way to be agents, not only for change, but you will be actualizing the most important and indispensable principles of servant leadership. SRCs have come and gone, and each epoch defines itself by the socio-economic issues that they deliberately consider and pursue as their project so that they can leave a legacy. So my question to you today is, how do you want to be remembered as the 2022-2023 SRC? Remember, you are at the university that is on a trajectory that is different, upended, and transformed. Therefore, you have a huge and special responsibility to play in realizing Vision 2030. I wish you a successful tenure, and I commit that student services Thank you so much. I wish you a successful tenure and commit that student services under the Registrars Division will continue to engage you constructively on students' issues, and dialogue will always be our approach to resolving divergent views amicably. Through your pledge, you will also be committing yourselves to the Higher Education Act, the DUT Statute, and the SRC Constitution. We expect you to perform well academically as you judiciously execute your duties. Set realistic goals in order to leave an impactful legacy. In the extracts of his writings about the revolution in Guinea, Amilcar Cabral cautions that hide nothing from the masses of our people, tell no lies, expose lies whenever they are told, mask no difficulties, no mistakes, no failures, and claim no easy victories. Lastly, let me remind you that grit, integrity, and commitment are cardinal tenets for a leader who is worth emulation. Program Director, I thank you.
Thank you to the Dean of Students, Dr. Clement Moreku, for those words of welcome. The question is clear, ladies and gentlemen. How would you want to be remembered? I think that's the question to the outgoing as well as the incoming members of the SRC. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to now call upon the outgoing SRC president, thank you, Mr. Clement, Mr. Sibusiso Gumede, to give a farewell speech.
Yo, Tumela, 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 yo, Tumela, Mandla, awethu, Amandla. Awethu, long live EFF Student Command, long live. Long live EFF Student Command, long live. No, thank you. Chancellor, Ms. Nonkululeko Nyembezi, in absentia. Chairperson of Council, Mr. Wazman Madinane, in absentia. Members of Council, Vice Principal, Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Thando Msembu, Deputy Vice Chancellors, the Registrar, Dean of Students, the outgoing SRC, President of the CSE, and the collective of the CSE, the Dean of Students, faculty, deans, HODs, academic staff, and all protocol observed. And let me welcome and congratulate the newly elected SRC into power, of which has been voted roughly by 31% of students in total, led by the newly elected president, Usanele Kapelani Westville Khumalo, as the new president. The SRC has been elected into power with the hope that the students are hoping that the newly elected SRC will serve them not into failure but into success during their term of office. The newly elected SRC has a huge responsibilities in their hands in championing student issues that are happening currently. Currently, the issues of high certificate, they need to be enrolled going to 2023 as a part of Induzan ERORS program of the high certificates, and also making sure that they partake in drafting a policy that will guide the high certificates going forward to year 2024, and all faculties should adapt into that policy. Firstly, one should take this opportunity maybe to reflect back as the outgoing SRC in some of the issues that we have managed, or even the program that we have managed to put into play in our term of office. Masenqedile sizonlinda. Sizonlinda. Mandla wethu. Mandla. No, one should take this opportunity to reflect back as the outgoing SRC in some of the issues and in some of the programs that we have managed to table through in our term of office. Firstly, we have managed in some of the issues to make sure that we prioritize this thing of pay the girl, because many of you as well here, we know that most of us here are surviving through the SRC grant during the situation, and also the NSFAS allowances during the, so we've made sure that we provide sanitary towels to all students that are deserving, and also tabled some programs that are still ongoing, and also the most important program that we have been dealing with even beyond our term of office is the one of Umasfunda song that is going to be resolve some of the issues that are pending after it in Luzane. Students have been graduated. Sizonlinda. Yeah. That's all. the SRC should take it upon themselves as a collective to work together in their term of office in resolving the issues that are current going, and also in preparation for year 2023 for a smooth registration to avoid all the unnecessary strike that take place during registration. And also, as the outgoing SRC, we will be in touch in making sure that all those issues are being resolved with the help of the new SRC into power. But mine will be short here, as I'll allow President Westville to take through in all the issues that are going on, going to 2023. But I would like to congratulate the new SRC once again and wish them well in their term of office for year 2023. Amandla.
Siyabonga kakhulu ku Mr. Gumede. Students, siyabonga kakhulu. Thank you. Siyabonga. Siyabonga kakhulu. Oh no. Sicela ukuqhubeka neprogram. Siyabonga kakhulu. Thank you very much. We will continue with our program, and we're gonna get into the item where we do the introduction of incoming SRC and a pledge. To do that, I would like to call upon the Dean of Students, again on stage, Dr. Clement Moreku. And then also I will call Mr. Masiza to do the pledge. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Can we continue with the program? Thank you very much. Can I just correct something? The person that's going to be doing the pledge is actually Uthando Lwethu. But I would like to call upon colleagues that would do the introduction of the incoming SRC. Thank you.
Thank you, Program Director. We're now going to introduce the 2022-2023 DUT Student Representative Council. Sabata Zungu, Sports and Recreation. Thank you. Thank you. Tembikosi Maisa. Tembikosi Maisa, Sports and Recreation. Mkebisi Ngoba. Social welfare from PNB. Thank you, thank you. Manalisi Buthelezi, Social Welfare, Devon. Thank you. Gideon Mtembo, Education and Transformation. Londeka Kuboni, Education and Transformation, Durban. Njabulo Nkomonde, Organizations and Accommodation, PNB. Sibusiso Mbele, Organization and Accommodation, Durban. Thank you. Zakele Mkiza Projects. Thank you. Nonhle Dlamini Projects, Devon. Asanda Mkomezulu, Treasurer, Devon. Alian Drovu, Deputy Secretary General, Devon. Joyful Kabashe, Secretary General, PNB. Thank you. Tando Lwetu April, Deputy President. Hey. And the President, Sanele Kumalo. Thank you so much. We are now coming to the pledge, which will be done by the Deputy President, Tando Lwetu April, yeah, start talking. You should go to now. I'm reading the pledge. Yeah.
I do not greet.
Eh?
I do not greet.
You don't?
Can I greet them normally?
Yeah, no. Yes, that's good. Yes, that's good. You can greet them.
Okay.
But if you greet, that's what I say. But when you start talking, that's what I say.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Can we just wait for them to come down? May I please deliver the SRC pledge? Thank you. Greetings to the House at large. Standing before you is Thandolwethu April, the Deputy Secretary. Please do allow me to deliver our pledge. We, the members of the Student Representative Council of Durban University of Technology, individually and collectively pledge we individually and collectively pledge that we take ownership of our behavior and we are able to explain the rationale behind our actions. We show consistency between our words and our actions. We pledge to follow the university's rules. We pledge to be honest with ourselves and others and lead by example. We respect the university statutes and align policies and the university code of ethics. We use and treat all university property with respect. We are willing to embrace an entrepreneurship mindset. We demonstrate moral courage without disrespecting others' beliefs, while holding true to our beliefs and ideals. We recognize our role in contributing fully whilst acknowledging and respecting the contribution of others. We exercise independence in thought and deed and do not submit to peer pressure. We treat others equally without self-interest or prejudice. We speak out against all forms of discrimination, including gender, race, religion, and religious discrimination. We model good etiquette in the academic environment and uphold the values and principles of DUT. We look for ways to encourage and serve our fellow students. We strive to engage in dialogue to resolve divergent views amicably. We always behave in a caring manner that protects the safety, interests, and rights of all in the DUT community and the university. Lastly, we uphold a strong work ethic and commit to high standards. I thank you.
Siyabonga kakhulu. Ladies and gentlemen, students, siyabonga kakhulu for the introduction to the new elected members of the SRC, and we are also thankful for the pledge that have taken to ensure ukuthi they lead the student into success. Siyabonga kakhulu. Asibashayeleni ihlombe. Siyabonga. I would like to now continue with the program and call upon Dr. Tetwa, the DVC for Peoples and Operations, representing our Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Mtembu, to give us the key address. Thank you.
Sanibonani. Sanibonani. Ninjani bakwethu? Okay, nami ngiyaphila. I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge my colleagues present. I'd like to firstly start with Ubabu Vezi, representing Council, to the Registrar, the Dean of Students, the Executive Dean, Health Sciences, this Chief Risk Officer, and the rest of the colleagues. I just want to acknowledge your presence this afternoon. I also want to acknowledge, and I would also like to acknowledge and thank Mr. Gumede, the outgoing SRC president, together, if I may just finish, together with his team. I see some of them are here. I want to acknowledge you and thank you very, very much for what you did for 2021 into 2022. I also, in doing so, I want to actually suggest that you have led the way during your tenure as the SRC collective, led by Mr. Gumede as the president. You did us proud as DUT. You did yourselves proud as students. We witnessed some of you graduating during your tenure. We're hoping that as you led by example, that the incoming SRC can follow that example and continue where you started. So, students, in addressing you this afternoon, mine is to say thank you very much, firstly, for a successful period of voting the new SRC. I want to then address the President, Mr. Sanele Khumalo. To say to you, Mr. Khumalo, first of all, congratulations. Congratulations to the rest of your committee for being in those seats that you are sitting at. But in congratulating you, I'd like to say that the seats that you are sitting at are seats of high levels of responsibility. There are seats of high levels of accountability. There are seats that represent you, that you must lead. You must lead to ensure that the people or the students that have voted you can see the example by your own actions. To you students, I'm a very patient person, so I'll wait. To you students, I must say, I was very, very impressed by your support of the students that are sitting in front of you. I was very impressed by your singing and your chanting for your leaders. In my being impressed, in my being impressed by your chanting and support for your leaders, I just want to remind you the reason why we are all here. We are all here for one purpose. Our purpose is for you to succeed. And so when I stand in front of you and I talk about the purpose of success, Mr. President, I wonder if you want to start your leadership role now. Because I expect that you do. Mr. President, I'm hoping as the President-elect that you will be able to start your job. As you can see, your job is going to be one of great difficulty. So I'm challenging you to start your job as the President. Are you able to do that? Are they okay? Okay. It looks like we have a very good president in our hands, and we are hoping that he will rise to the challenge. Angizukuhlala phansi ngize ngiqede lento engifuna ukuyisho. Bakwethu.
Mandla. Awethu. No, comrades, ukuze siqhubeke kahle nje comrades, yonke process. Sacela. No, comrades, we must maintain a high level of discipline and let the process unfold. Mandla.
Thank you very much. You can see that we have a good president here. And so, as I said, ours here, we have a common purpose. Students, we have a common purpose. All of us, as we're sitting here, remember, we have a common purpose. Our common purpose is that you, all of you, succeed. That is our purpose. And so, as we celebrate the SRC that has come in, we hope that 2022 into 2023 can help us to ensure you succeed. I want to close by saying, together we will be victors, but if we are apart, unfortunately, we will all be losers. So I'd like to appeal to you as we move into this new cycle of your new leadership. Listen to the leaders that you've elected, take their guidance, so that as you sit here, you represent your families properly and you ensure you finish. To the SRC that have pledged, I'm so sorry, Deputy President, that when you were doing your pledge, that we couldn't quite hear your pledge. But you have made a commitment. I just want to remind you that you have made a commitment to the students, and you have made a commitment as students to yourselves. So take the baton from the previous SRC that are seated in front of you, and Mr. Gumete next to you there. Take the baton, make it a more successful year during your period. We look forward to some of you graduating, because that is the purpose for which you are here. Thank you very much.
Siyabonga kakhulu ku Dr. Mthethwa, our DVC, for giving us that keynote address and giving us all a challenge, which is we leaders, we lead to succeed. Thank you so much, Dr. Mthethwa. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like now to call upon our incoming SRC President, Mr. Khumalo, to give us an acceptance speech. And comrades, please, let's just give him the time to do that. Thank you.
Where my fights are for my. Here's a vote. Hengani halala, EFF, Suren Goman, Sofona, Hengani, Amanda, long live EFF Student Command, long live, EFF, long live. Long live all club and societies, long live. Manda. Haweto. No, greetings. The vice chair. Manda. High morale. High discipline, high morale, high discipline. Comrades, fighters, students, hey, one again. Yeah. So when's I'm done? Yeah. Hey. Manda! Haweto! No, comrades, let us leave them and start.
Amandla. Comrades, as you know that we are people of respect, let us treat ourselves as such. Thank you.
Manda. No, comrades, greetings. The Vice Chancellor, Prof. Mthembu, the Registrar, Dr. Matinzane, the Students Dean, Dr. Clement Moreu, the Deputy President of the SRC, and the SRC as a collective. Leadership of the EFF, leadership of the EFF Student Command, present here today, we greet you. The leadership of the branch led by the chairperson, Sanele Ndwandwe, and the secretary, Mekaelet. The leadership of all club and societies, the outgoing SRC president, and the outgoing SRC as a collective. The security guards, the cleaners of our university, the HOD, the faculty reps of all departments present, the ground forces of the EFF Student Command DUT Tepen branch, the staff members receive greetings as the newly elected SRC of DUT. Program director, permit me to send a very special and most important greeting to the voters whom voted for us in their majority. Students, we would like to extend our greetings to all the students who voted for us. Manda, away to. No, we would like to thank all the students who voted for us and who decided to trust the SRC, and then we promise to lead them not to death but to life of peace and harmony. To lead them where frustrations and inequality, where poverty will be dream of yesterday. This is a completely new SRC, hence the approach will differ from the previous SRC. We have been taught about the new ways of doing things, and the new ways of doing things is the DUT way. Living our values and principles, perhaps it is important to recapitulate that the DUT way is inoculated in one of the videos. Our DNA is not just a word on page, but portends deep and share an understanding of enactment of the values and principles of transparency, honest, integrity, respect, accountability, and trace of fairness, professionalism, commitment, compassion, and excellence in our engagements with others. Our decision making, our system, processes, and policies. Our institutional DNA is what lies at the very deepest level of our being. It is a code that lies at the very heart of what defines us as a unique institution and as a unique collective of people that are part of it. It forms the way that we are and the way that we influence the response to our environment. Alternatively, it informs how we will develop towards our most vital, actualized, and impactful manifestation as a university that is fully conscious of the stewardship in society, one whose resolve is to revolutionize its system and processes. Amanda, comrades, behave. So, we will develop towards our most vital, actualized, and impactful manifestation as a university that is full conscious of the stewardship in society, one who is to resolve and revolutionize its system and processes and align them with the postmodern world of the digitalization and artificial intelligence. A university whose obligation is to do everything in a suitable manner, and environmental and otherwise. And a university whose commitment is to impact the lives and livelihood of our people, both internal and external. The previous leadership have installed a structure on the 26th of August 2022. This is the time capsule that was built by Vice Chancellor and Prof. Moy. The time capsule will be unsealed in the year 2030 to commemorate the achievement of the university. We invite all students to be part of this celebration. It is exciting to celebrate something that we all have made a contribution to achieve. Vice Chancellor, in your absence, the students are confident by entrusting the SRC for the 5th term to continue with the program of development in this university. The SRC is genuinely committed to champion these issues. Accommodation. The SRC rejects the proposal made by Blake demanded to outsource all services of accommodation. It is an open secret that the department had no capacity to run their affairs. We have seen this through NSFAS, which today is still not stable. Every year, students are protesting against NSFAS, the Department of Education, NSFAS and Department of Education. We are going to work with the university authorities to look at this implication of this policy. The department must not create instability that is unnecessary. Housing Department. We welcome the development made by Vice Chancellor Prof. Mthembu to transform the department that has not been transformed for years. The President of the SRC is going to work closely with the higher management to stabilize the department and eradicate corruption which seems to be normalized by this department. It is alarming that a staff member that is on contract can own assets that are not equal to their remuneration. There is an urgent need to eradicate corruption, and lifestyle audits must be conducted if necessary. We have been consistently calling for a change and transformation. Hence, we are happy today that we have a head of department that is young and African. However, the program should be extended to an economic side. Part of Envision 2030 success is that the right people should be placed at the right place. This SRC clearly understands that the laws of time and space, the residences are still owned by a certain race, and yet the consumers are certain race. The transportation is owned by the same race, and again, the users are Africans. This is a reflection of societal problems. The eThekwini Indians are owning 80% of the economy, yet they remain less than 17% in the population. This has been proven by findings of the inquiries that was established to look closely to this situation. Cafeteria and food court. It is evident that for every success plan, there is always a loophole. With this, we make no apology in promoting students through entrepreneurship and business. It is very alarming and concerning that cafeterias are mostly used by lesser population from the outside, and there's not even a single student who's selling from that cafeteria. Lesser do we forget that these cafeterias serve as a profit maximization organ that exploits our marginalized students. In our approach, we make no apology by saying all these people who are selling within the premises must be removed and in-source services direct from the students with the aim of promoting entrepreneurship and developing them even further. Safety and security. Lest we forget about security guards and cleaners whom as well have placed their hopes on us to persuade and lead discussion about their insourcing. Vice Chancellor, in your absence, the insourcing will mean a total control of security and cleaning services. Thus, it is an advantage to the institution. We must capacitate Durban University of Technology by highlighting issues. The SRC and your office must immediately resolve. I am trying to demonstrate to you that we have a huge work ahead of us. In addition, I say, we dare to disappoint because you and me share the same pain of suffering of black people in general, Africans in particular. Vice Chancellor, both of us, we are entrusted with a position of authority and leadership. I wish to remind you that every decision you take speaks directly to widespread narrative which suggests that us as black people, Africans to be more specific, are incapable to handle their affairs. Today, I'm entrusted with a position of responsibility to prove to our people that not all is lost. Black people, we are capable leaders of Africa. I take this opportunity to invite you to this long journey of restoring hope that is long lost and rebuild African leadership. The university of which we are leading is dominated by 85% of Africans, people who are students. There is now there is now a proportional representative of such in lecture rooms and in your executive. We thank Prof. Mthembu for such intervention. This is the success story of the previous leadership of the organization. The SRC makes no apologies. We say decolonization of curriculum, African problems, African solutions. We oppose anything that seeks to undermine African academics within the university. It is time that African people must assume their rightful place in their own land. Vice Chancellor, in your absence, our position should not be distorted as we assumed our responsibility to suggest that we are anti-nobody, we are anti-somebody, we are just pro-Africans. We breed, we dream, we live Africa. Let the agenda of Africans emancipation not be lost and distorted in means. We are for black and Africans in particular. The SRC is assuming this responsibility, fully aware of the huge task ahead of us. The expectations from the DUT community, in particular, the advancement of Envision 2030. We call upon the students to embrace and familiarize themselves with the Envision 2030 project. The SRC, as a matter of agents, has resolved to establish the following committees to combat these issues. Gender-based violence desk will be headed by social and welfare of the SRC. The desk will be responsible for coordinating programs that seek to speak directly to gender-based violence. The LGBT community desk.
Sorry. Shh. Sorry. We are in a DUT function. You are being addressed by a DUT president. Ngicela ukuthi izwakale lento. Ngoba we are live streaming you here. The whole world is watching you. Ngicela ukuthi izwakale okusalayo, he's our president.
Amandla. Awethu. Amandla. So, comrades, the SRC, as a matter of agents, has resolved to establish the following committees to combat these issues. Gender-based violence desk that will be handled by social and welfare of the SRC. The desk will be responsible for coordinating programs that speak directly to gender-based violence. The LGBTQ community desk. The desk will be responsible for awareness programs. The president will appoint a person that will be responsible in a few days. Disability desk. The committee will be responsible for coordinating all programs that address all the issues relating to disability. The committee will be handled by social and welfare of the SRC. We also lobby the university to prioritize this department when doing yearly budgets. To strengthen the communication of the SRC and the distribution of the information, the SRC has established a committee which will work closely with Communications Department. The committee will be handled by Education and Transformation Office. Student leave. The SRC president will schedule a meeting in the first week of November with the CFO of the institution with the aim of classifying the student levy fee and how they are used. It cannot be true that the university levy increases every year, but the services are consistent. As the SRC want to put the service below with the student levy expenditure. The free distribution of sanitary towels. All students must access their results while owing the institution, and also print out their academic record for free, at least once per semester. The printing and copying in libraries must be limited to 500 copies per student for free. The high-speed Wi-Fi in all corners of DUT and residences must be implemented, and all other issues which we have raised throughout our campaign will be addressed appropriately. We are aware of the attitude shown by some staff members when they serve students, in particular, the Department of Housing and the academic department. The students have been vilified and undermined, humiliated by some senior officials in this department, in the presence of their colleagues and the student community. These officials, they go to an extent where they even undermine other staff members. Laziness is the defining character in almost every faculty and department within this university. From reception to the HOD, we are confronted by laziness. The SRC will be visiting all faculties and departments where there are issues. Thus, if we find elements of laziness within this department, we must know the SRC will not tolerate such, and you have invited trouble at your door. They even disregarded the general rules of the institution. The SRC will be lobbying for the removal from this department. Vice Chancellor, life at duty for students have been held on edge. Year in, year out, the Department of Housing remains the most disorganized and troubling department within the university. However, we appreciate the progress made by Mr. Myang. So far, we are convinced that he's heading to the correct direction. And as the SRC president, I will assist him to ensure that the department is organized and more student-friendly, because shelter remains a priority of DUT students. Also, as the SRC, we are going to ensure that pre-allocation of residents resume immediately after our induction. All inspection and other processes should resume. We will not allow a case where students are allocated haphazardly in February. We want all processes to be done this year. The SRC will lobby the executive to approve and rename the student center to Mlungisi Madonsela Center. We are happy that the institution has developed a policy to deal with such. The SRC will lobby the institution to commemorate the 5th of February as Mlungisi Madonsela Day. The SRC will lead the process of setting a meeting between the executive and the Mlungisi Madonsela family. The city campus remains the most racist and white within the university. There's never been a decisive program to transform this campus, and as a result, students are victimized each and every day by racism. The SRC will visit city campus in 2 weeks' time to listen to our students and to address these racist lectures and HOTs. Financial exclusion. We wish to commend and apprehend Prof. Mthembu for launching the DUT Foundation. As much as we are not yet in light with its aims and objectives, we have hope that the main beneficiaries should be students and not for self-enrichment. With this foundation, we wish to never experience any financial exclusion in this institution starting from 2023 moving forward. Should this happen, it is clear to us that this foundation is for self-enrichment and will benefit individuals and not students. Exclusion and expulsion. The SRC will establish a negotiating team that will deal with amnesty. We have witnessed the suspension and expulsion of many students and activists and general students. Many young leaders and activists have lost their academic career. We are appealing to Vice Chancellor Committee to review the expulsion. We are opening a new chapter. In consultation with the relevant departments, the SRC wishes to open a legal desk that will represent students in all tribunals. We have seen many students without representation being victimized. The legal desk will be formulated from our budget and will sit in all student tribunals. To all club and societies, student parliament, CHE, faculty reps, we hope for a sustainable working relationship with all of you. We do not wish to see any of these structures acting outside the SRC mandate. We must all join hands and work together to this journey. We will organize a meeting with all of you after examinations, and we hope for a good working relationship and a way forward towards 2023. To all political parties, we urge political tolerance amongst each other. We do not wish to see and witness what we have witnessed this year and what we are witnessing now. We must respect each other according to our level of politics. Vice Chancellor, in closing, permit me to stand in solidarity with Palestinian community. We call upon the university to boycott any business it has with Israel. We must not be accused of being anti-Semitic. Of course, the education institutions are not beacon of anti-Semitic. In conclusion, we wish to assure the entire community of DUT that will lead this university with order and stability. Anyone found opposing the agenda of the SRC will be dealt with immediately. Anyone found opposing Envision 2030 project should be isolated. I thank you. Mandla! Aweto! Oyunete! Oyunete we mafa indes nayo. Owixesha lisondele hlangana. Ohlangana DUT lisondele iqe. Owixesha lisondele unete. Oyunete maqaba indes nayo. Owixesha lisondele hlangana. Ohlangana DUT lisondele iqe. Ixesha lisondele hlangana. Ohlangana DUT lisondele iqe. Ixesha liso. Salute.
Siyabonga kakhulu, Mr. President of the SRC, Mr. Sanele Kumalo Mtungwa. Siyabonga kakhulu for articulating your plans as the SRC in the year 2022 and 23. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now wrapping up the program. We are nearing the end. And to do that, I would like to call upon our registrar, the institutional registrar, Udokotela. Okay, yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are wrapping up the program, and we would like the choir to just give us one item before the registrar comes to the podium to give us closing remarks. One item from the choir before we have our institutional register giving us the closing remarks. Thank you.
Dumelang, Sanbonane, my task is very easy. It's simply to thank you all for coming here and staying with us till the end. Abange, ngiyababonga, ngiyabasaba. Right. But on a more serious note, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge in our presence Mr. Vezi Siyabonga, himself a former SRC president of this university and a former president of the convocation and currently serving at the highest decision-making body of this university, DUT Council. Thank you very much, Mr. Vezi, for being with us today. I would also like to thank the Deputy Vice Chancellor, People and Operations, Dr. Vuyom Tetwa, for setting time aside from all the pressures of your division. And you said you will be supporting student services in our own small way of making campus life far better than what we found here. Thank you very much, Dr. Mtetwa. I also want to thank the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, Professor Gugu. Siyabonga Sis Crookes. Sibonga kakhulu. And our Chief Risk Officer, Mr. Sikutali Nyanginsimbi, as well as our Acting Deputy Registrar, Mr. Vikesi. I am literally naming these people because this is not just an ordinary day in the life of this university, but it is a day when we all say, DUT students have spoken, and they must be heard. I also want to thank members of the Electoral Commission who ensured that we had peaceful and fair elections, particularly those members of the Electoral Commission that represented the voters, the student community. Siyabonga Sompisi, nawe Hlubi siyabonga. And lastly, I would like to wish the incoming 2022-2023 SRC a very successful and of course robust leadership year. Siyani halalisela wena mtungwa nombutho wako. Ngiyabonga.
Siyabonga kakhulu ku Dr. Maditsane Konwane for the closing remarks and thanking everyone here that has made this inauguration of the SRC a successful one. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this occasion. And to do that, we would like to ask a choir to lead us the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask you to stand when we sing the national anthem. And the men, may I ask to remove their headgear as we sing the national anthem. And as soon as we finish the national anthem, the procession will then leave the hall. And we'd like you to please remain standing as the procession leave the hall. And then after, you can go your ways. So on behalf of the organizers of this event, I would like to thank you all for your respecting this program today and staying till the end. Thank you very much.
One, two, three.